Nzinga, yes, good afternoon to you. And a disturbing trend indeed, according to police here at Doorns. Now, at the moment, I'm standing along the N1 highway, and if you hear the sound of cars and trucks, don't be alarmed. It's quite a busy section of the highway here in the Western Cape. And to my left-hand side is an informal settlement known as GG Camp. Now, just a half an hour or so ago, we saw police had arrested a suspect who was in possession of what appears to be stolen grapes. But let me bring you in now the station commander of the Doorns Police Station, Lieutenant Colonel. Very warm good afternoon to you again. We spoke to you a short while ago, and at the moment we just saw one of your police vehicles with members having arrested a suspect. What can you tell us a bit about the phenomenon of vendors selling the grapes along the side of the road, and also about this most recent arrest?
It is very true, Vanessa, that we have just arrested a suspect whom we found with grapes that we believe that they have been stolen, and we're going to charge him for theft. This challenge of grape selling is a big problem for us as police here in Doorns, because it's leading to lots of robberies whereby the motorists are being robbed here on the N1 road.
Now, as we stand here, Lieutenant Colonel, we're standing literally on the verge of the road where I suppose this is exactly where you don't want motorists to pull over on the side of the road. I see very clear road markings, the red lines demarcating that this is a no-stopping zone. What is your message then to motorists when they do come from other provinces or from within this province and they are tempted to buy fruit and grapes along the side of the road?
There is a red line here which clearly indicates that motorists are not supposed to stop, as it is a no-stopping zone. We urge all motorists from all over the country who are passing the Doorns area on the N1 not to stop in this area, because they are exposing themselves to danger of being robbed by these grape sellers.
Now, you've also mentioned that in years gone by, instances turned violent with the local communities. Can you explain to us some of the occurrences which took place here in this area?
It is very true. They had some incidents in the past years. For example, you'll find situations whereby some of these grape vendors will be bumped by vehicles, or at times you'll find that the complainants or the motorists, when they are being robbed, they will react by throwing up their firearms and shooting. We even had incidents of some of the vendors being killed on the road.
And you said to me earlier on, Lieutenant Colonel, that there is a working relationship that you have with the farming community, etc. Can you explain to us, and you did mention that many times the arrests are made on the farms where you don't necessarily have access to. Explain to us a bit more about that relationship that you have with the farming community.
We've got a good working relationship with the Farm Watch, which is a security company that is monitoring the farms together with the private security companies, because they've got access in terms of the farms, because at times the farms are being locked, and then the Farm Watch have got the remotes. Now with the grape sellers who are stealing in the farms, the Farm Watch is assisting us a lot in terms of catching them and then hand them to us as police.
Lieutenant Colonel, I'm going to leave it there, sir. Thank you so much for speaking to us, of course. Lieutenant Colonel Mandelize there, the station commander of the Doorns Police Station, just explaining to us, Nzinga, why they're appealing to motorists not to stop along the section of the N1, saying that motorists here, they've seen a spike in the incidences of robberies that have taken place in this area. Motorists stopping to purchase grapes from vendors, and oftentimes that indeed stolen grapes from the farms around the Doorns area, then making that appeal to motorists not to do so to prevent robberies, and also to make sure that their lives are not in danger along the stretch of road.